Hello and welcome back to Cities Skylines in Atlantis City. Today we are building the Eden project. You can find this in your monuments and there is this option, so Eden project. What it does, it actually greatly increases the city profile and reduces pollution from land, air and water, making land in the city area more valuable. So if I take a look at this is how our land value is right now. As you can see, let me close this one and go back there. This area here is not so valuable, especially because of the highway, I would guess. And this area here is not as valuable as well, and this one is not. So reasons, we have a highway over there, we have the highway over here and the two airports. So this is not like a great area for land value. This one in here is, I believe it's mostly because of it's an industry and you have the highway over here. Moving on the other side, well, in here you don't have much buildings, but it's inside the university. And in this area, it's not as valuable as well. Then you have all the highway coming through here and some industry around this area, which reduce land value. And this one, which is a little bit far from everything, I think that makes sense not having that land value as well. So this is what basically changed. It greatly increases all the land value everywhere in the city. And I want to put it right here, like just in this empty area that we have between the mountain, the highway, and the what we're calling Hickory District, which will change the name. So I just have to think on a better name for that. But this district, as you know, we have the specialization for leisure, and we'll keep that in. And we are having a huge demand for residential and some for commercial as well, which we can help. But yeah, the Eden project will be built in here, and I want to start unlocking the other buildings. I definitely want the space elevator, I definitely want the fusion power plant and the medical center, the Hadron Collider. I want them all, right? And ultimate recycling plants. That's all I dream about. And obviously the castle of Lord Chirpwick. What's better than that, right? I think that's amazing. But anyway, the way we unlock all these monuments, you can see below the name of the item, you have construct tax office. So every time you put a building, this will change to the next building you need to unlock this specific one until you can actually build it. So for each one of these, you see that you have some different buildings that you need to place, like Colossal, other offices in here, Verdant B Haven, medical, for the medical center, it's the High Interest Tower, tax office, and the Opera House. So I thought this one was the Opera House. Oh, this the Theater of Wonders. All right. So I want to keep building these what's it called? Unique buildings in this area, and also add these special buildings, the monuments, in here to increase like all the land value in the city. Each one of these buildings, they give you something very unique. For example, the space elevator will bring like a huge amount of tourists to your city, but you have to be careful because it may cause a lot of traffic. And this one will just provide huge amounts of clean energy for your city, which you basically don't need any other power source in the city, which is fantastic. Medical center, it like increase the health of all your citizens and so on. So this one is education. So each one of these buildings will provide something unique and very powerful for your city. So what I think I will focus first, and even before I put the Eden project, is the space elevator. And I'll start with the Opera House. Again, I think this fits the area that we are in, and I would be pretty happy in doing that in here. I might even fit one or two buildings in this area. This is the where we have all the hotels. That's the tourism specialization. So I think it might be something that we're doing here. We have a few buildings being abandoned at the moment because we don't have enough people. We need more residential. And that's what we will take a look and maybe try to work out. But I'll start with all these buildings, try to make these all as we need them to be. And yeah, happy days. Just one more thing before I go and start the speed build. I believe we might need some taxis around this area. So keep in mind that might be something that I'll work in here as well. So yeah, I think that's all that I have to say, and I'll jump into the build and enjoy the music.
Sometimes all you need is right in front of you. I feel like nothing can save me if we're not getting back together. Why did you have to forsake me? could say goodbye, but when I asked if something's wrong, I found I heard no sound. Oh, but your eyes, they never lie. The road we walk is too long, too long. Better keep on keeping on, keeping on. We were wrong, we were wrong, we were wrong. Better keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on.
And here we go. So I think this area is turning out to be quite nice. I'm quite enjoying building this and making this in several different stages. So it all kind of, well, not kind of, but they fit with what I'm doing. And like what I'm talking about is basically we had this area, right? And we had the metro station coming here, going to the airport, and that will connect to the rest of the city over there. We have this road connecting to the tourism area, to the leisure area in here. And now we've extended that metro station from here all the way to here. And we've added a space elevator in here as well. Yes, we've unlocked that just with the Opera House. Was the last building remaining there to build the these monuments. And then this connects also to this future train station, which by the way looks fantastic with this clock over here. So these are two different assets. This one is from the train and metro pack, one of the latest one that was released, and it's called Ground Bypass Train Station. And then this one is a clock tower, which is one of the unique buildings that we have. So I think they fit like quite well together. I quite love this view. And the idea here is that we then have another option to connect the city to this area. I want to bring this line here and come through here, probably go underneath there, maybe. Although this is all pretty high. But then we could connect over here and use this natural elevation here to connect the line over there. And then with that, we would bring trains into this area as well, which I think would be fantastic and will help with the amount of people trying to use the metro in here now. So a few of the statistics in here. 297 people have been serviced by the space elevator. If you look at this, look at the amount of people that just comes out of that. It's huge. Like it's a huge amount of people. I just love seeing all these people walking. Most of them are just walking over there to the metro station, which serviced 150 in the past week. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Now, before we look into the Eden project, let's take a look at traffic. Still 82%, so it's quite good. We might be in need of some parking around here by the looks of it, but we will get to that. But looking at the public transportation that we have now 971 tourists using our metro. And if we look at this line here, the airport line, 671. And our trains, now it's pretty good. I had to add, I think we had 3. I had 3 more in here, and now we are pretty good. This goes up to 100 when it gets to this station, which is the one next to the space elevator. Yeah, that's the name. But then it flows much better, which is fantastic. Now, if you look at this one, which is our biggest line that connects to the airport and to the line that we just saw as well, we have quite a lot of people waiting in a few places here. We have then waiting in here, which is just coming out of the airport and getting in this. This is a quite busy area. And if you look at where they're trying to go, they're all trying to go over here and there. So again, we need other means of transportation there. This is not enough. So 500 people waiting there and 500 people waiting on the other side of the city. So we were here, airport. This was the busiest station. This is the other busiest station, just crossing the river over there. And yeah, pretty busy. So again, this tells me another public transportation option would be quite nice. And this one is just after the other one, which is quite busy as well. And one of the reasons why this is busy, this connects to a train line. And this train line is just for intercity trains. We don't have actual in-city line. So if we connect these to this area, we might be able to connect it then over here as well. So that's one of the ideas. And later on, I want to bring this somewhere in the city around here and or over here as well, now that we have this connection. So pretty busy and I love it, but it's getting quite crowded and we have to take a look at that. Some buildings upgrading here, that's quite nice to see. We still need a lot of people, and I think we've been too long in here already, so I won't work into bringing more people to the city. But in the next episode, I might take a look at that and start working on something like that. So, and yeah, for the next episode, I'll also bring this train line over there as well. So that's the idea, but look at that, it's looking quite nice. I've added the climate research station in here. So we have more accurate weather reports. I've added the high interest tower and the opera house, as we mentioned. I've added another building, there, the mall of moderation. And there was something else in here, this one, the locomotive halls, which is pretty cool building, at least in my opinion. Look at that, this is quite nice. I just love this building. So yeah, this area is good. A bunch of taxi depots and or stands. Just one taxi depot around here. There we go. Have quite a lot. We have 25 vehicles in use. We might need more. 25 out of 25. Yeah, I'll add some more throughout the city. Nothing that we need to do right now. I did some quick traffic fixing just to make sure that cars were having the opportunity to get into the avenue like this one, and traffic is flowing a little bit more. But yeah, the Eden project, which was the whole thing about this episode. If we look at land value now, just take a look at this. It's all green. It's all green, even where we don't have anything, even in the airport, like it's not so bad here. I have nothing there. And all this area now it's pretty bright green, which is the highest, or I should have taken a look at the land value, but you can compare, you can go back and compare what we had before in for the whole city and what we have now. It's 106 per cubic meter or square meter, sorry. This area pretty green. The university, where is the university? We go all the way here. Yeah, even the mountains is green. everywhere is green. Just the industry over here that's not so green. But I bet if we, I don't know, maybe put down some parks around this region, that would help as well. But yeah, this doesn't surprise me, but there's no commercial, no residential around here. So yeah, everywhere else, that's beautiful to see. That's just fantastic. So that's what it does. And obviously the tourists for the space elevator 345 now, it just went up. I want to take a look. Now I just have to remember where we see tourists. Is it in the leisure? And not really. I don't remember where we see it. Turismo, yeah, obviously in the tourism section. So tourismo, tourist wealth, low wealth, medium wealth, high wealth. So quite balanced, which is good. Everyone has an opportunity in the city. Exchange students bonus 12%. Interesting. And exchange students and tourists. And I don't really understand how that works, but I guess it's good. Weekly tourist visits, almost 2,000 people visiting, and city attractiveness, it's 90%. Wow, that's amazing. So tourists, many to none. So we can see, obviously, these are quite popular areas now. We also have the tourism district for Little Bay over there, and the commercial district over here, and a few dots around like the courthouse. This one, what is that? The art gallery, yeah, that we put just next to the university. Have the observation tower and the transport tower over here. A few places here and there, but the most populous area for tourism is this region, which was always the plan. This was always the idea. This is where commerce and tourism will live. So attractiveness, again, it's quite good in here. Some areas, the stadium over there, so pretty good areas all around. But again, this is where it should be, and it's where it is. So I would call this a successful episode, and we've done quite a nice thing here, and I just love this area. This is looking pretty cool. Look at the planes at the back there, they're landing. Oh, this was a bird, not a plane. But all right, I'll take it. But yeah, what did you think about this build? I started with just the Eden project in mind, but we end up going for the space elevator as well. So you got a little bit of a bonus in this episode, and I'm quite happy with this. And what are your thoughts? Did you enjoy it? Did you think this was a good place for it? Did you like this train station with the clock tower here? I think that's the best part in this whole area, to be honest. I really enjoying this. But yeah, leave me a comment if you feel like it. Join my Discord server and let me know your thoughts. Leave a like, that certainly helps me. And if you feel like it, just subscribe so you can see what we do next in this area and in other areas of the city as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!